Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now August 1st of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans have been very skeptical about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Bob Iger, Bob Chapek, you name it, and exactly how they're really going to handle this new expanded universe with, of course, George Lucas, Jon Favreau, and Dave Filoni, all working together as a team to deliver authentic Star Wars stories to the Star Wars fandom to enjoy. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the one thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that they are currently heading in a better direction. They are already embracing the fact that they really do need to model this new expanded universe after Star Wars Legends, which is exactly what George, John, and Dave are doing. What they are doing as of right now is that they are going to be applying many aspects from Star Wars Legends into this new expanded universe that's really going to provide major retcons, especially to the character of Luke Skywalker. And about the character of Luke, we do know that when Kathleen Kennedy was pretty much fully in charge on a creative scale, she did not fully respect the character of Luke. I mean, that's pretty much a given fact at this point. The fact now is that we have George, John, and Dave taking care of the beloved characters like Luke, Anakin, Kylo Ren / Ben Solo, Han Solo, you name it in this new EU. That's really going to be quite something. And what's even all the more exciting is that this new expanded universe is said to be far more expansive than the old one that we got back in the 90s and the early 2000s. So, with that being said, of course, what's really intriguing, of course, is that with both Disney and Lucasfilm now finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are now primarily focused on their new Star Wars universe, as well as their new Star Wars trilogy of films. It's explained that Bob Chapek is in the process of developing multiple retcons for the future of the Star Wars franchise moving forward, in order to create a better future for the Star Wars fandom. However, it's described that currently one of the major retcons that are being developed by George Lucas is the return of Mara Jade into the new Star Wars universe, where a young Luke Skywalker in his late 20s to early 30s will be involved with the character and will also have a son. And of course, however, it's described that Lucas is set to create a new villain for both Mara and Luke Skywalker to face in this new expanded universe that will be significant to the Star Wars fans around the world and will be modeled after a major Star Wars Legends character. It's said that Lucas, Favreau, and Filoni plan to introduce the clone of Luke Skywalker to become one of the new villains in the expanded universe, where both Mara Jade and Luke Skywalker will fight this new foe that was created by Emperor Palpatine in the shadows. The new expanded universe that ranges from books, comics, TV shows, and more will explore aspects of the new story in ways the fans could never imagine, that will truly change how fans view the Star Wars franchise and how the Luke Skywalker retcon will change Star Wars history forever, and that the creation of the Luke Skywalker clone is going to be linked to the actual severed hand of Luke Skywalker that he lost against his battle against his father in The Empire Strikes Back. So here's the deal, is that this is heavily inspired from Star Wars Legends. Now, in Legends, I believe the clone version of Luke was named like Luke with 2 U's or 2 K's. It's one or the other. And it was a very interesting take on Star Wars to introduce the cloning process. This also fits directly into the timeline of Palpatine's plans to clone himself, which was eventually used in Episode 9. Essentially, what he was actually going to do, of course, in the old expanded universe, one of the abandoned projects is that he was actually going to clone Anakin. That's also going to be a side story in this new EU, where Palpatine tried to do that and failed. However, with Luke, he was able to use his hand as a piece of DNA after his survival on the second Death Star, and cloned Luke Skywalker to become this new villain in this new expanded universe that is going to be a new rival, or a new enemy, if you will, against both Luke and Mara Jade in these new Star Wars stories that will be told by George, John, and Dave, whether it be books, novels, comics, TV shows, whatever have you, in some degree or form. Now, I think that this is probably one of the biggest, I guess you could say the most important decision by Disney and Lucasfilm, the fact that they really are trying to really borrow a lot of elements from Legends. I mean, let's face it, let's just pause here for a second. Think back to Star Wars Legends, right? What really made it so great? it was because a lot of it was approved by George Lucas, and they're actually using a lot of those concepts that were approved by Lucas back in the day for this new expanded universe. Now, some of you out there may think that this is way out of control and is just really becoming a little bit too ridiculous in a bad way. I, however, think it's a great way to introduce, Luke Skywalker's severed hand, what exactly happened to it, what did Palpatine do with it, and how this is going to compare to the older cloned version of Luke in the old expanded universe that is currently not canon. So, with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.